Welcome back to another interesting tutorial. In today's class, I will teach you how to cut and sew this Bubu dress you are seeing on your screen right now. I made this dress with 4 yards of ankara fabric. This is Bubu dress with inner belt. So if this is what you would like to learn, please kindly stay tuned to the end of this tutorial. Thank you. My name is Oni Azetat Taiwo. If this is your first time seeing my video, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on your notification bell so if I upload my next video, you will be the first person to see it. Thank you. These are the materials I'm going to be using right now. My 4 yards of ankara fabric, my fringes, matching thread, bridal satin, doll face bridal satin, bias, tape measure, scissors, my French cuff and chalk. These are the materials I'm going to be using. The next thing for me to do is to measure my length gown in 2 places. The length gown I'm using is 55 inches, so I added 2 inches extra allowance to it. That is 57 inches. I measure 57 inches out in 2 places, then I fold it into 4 pieces. That is it. So I fold it into 4 pieces. The next thing for me to do is to measure my shoulder measurements. I'm going to measure from the center part. So my shoulder measurement is 18 inches. I mark 18 inches out. The next thing is to measure my armhole measurement, which is 11 inches. It's 10 inches. I added 1 inches allowance for the shoulder slope. That is 11 inches. So I connect it to form a straight line to the center part. The 11 inches, I've used it to form a straight line to the center part. The next thing for me to do is to measure my half length. The half length I'm using is 16 inches. So I added 1 inches for the joining at the shoulder area. So that is 17 inches. So I connect it to form another straight line. Can you see? I connect it to form another straight line. The next thing for me to do is to measure 5 inches from my waist measurement, which is I will use that one to form my hips measurement. So I will connect it to form a straight line, 5 inches from my waist measurement. So I will connect it to form a straight line. That is my hip measurement, hips line. If you have watched to this level and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on your notification bell so if I upload my next video, you'll be the first person to see it. And don't forget to like this video. So the next thing for me to do is to measure my bust measurement. The bust measurement I'm using is 12 inches. So I added extra 3 inches allowance to it. Don't forget, I said this style is free gown, free Bubu gown, so I don't need to measure any shape for it. So I measured that 15 inches down to my full length desire. So I measure 15 inches down. I don't need bust waist measurement for this style. The only thing I need is my hip measurement. So the hip measurement is 12 inches. So I added extra 3 inches to it, so which is 15 inches. So that is the reason why I measure 15 inches down. I will measure 1 inches out from that armhole to form my armhole curve. Can you see what I did right now? I form my armhole curve with 1 inches out. Then measure my 1 inches from my shoulder to form my shoulder slope. So 3 inches for the neck measurement, 3 inches by 1 inches, 1.5 inches for the back measurement, and 3 inches by 7 inches for the front measurement. 3 inches by 7 inches for the front measurement and 3 inches by 1.5 inches for the back measurement. The back measurement is round shape while the front measurement is V shape. So I will connect it from that neck measurement to my shoulder slope. Then the next thing for me to do is to cut it out. Do you see what I'm doing right now? I will cut it out. After cut it out, I will cut my shoulder slope, then the neck measurement. Don't forget, if you want to cut the front measurement, don't cut out the back measurement with the front measurement, the neck measurement. Don't cut it together. You will first cut the back measurements together, then you will remove the back from the front and cut out the front measurement. The next thing for me to do is to cut out the back facing. Can you see how I want to cut it? I will cut out the back facing. This is how it will look like after cutting it. You can leave it like this or you can shape it. For me, I want to shape it, so can you see it? The next thing for me to do is to place it and sew it. So the bridal materials I'm using is 15 inches by 9 inches. I fold it into two. Can you see it? That will be 30 inches by 18 inches. So I've already folded that is why it gives me 15 inches by 9 inches. Then I will cut out the neck shape. I place my ankara fabric on it to cut out the neck shape. That is it. The next thing for me to do is to give out the shape I want that bridal satin to bring out. From the center front, I will measure 4 inches in, then measure 3 inches up. Then I will use my hand to form the shape. Can you see how I'm doing it? Then I will cut it out. Can you see it? That is it. That is how the style will look like after sewing it. So I'm checking it if it's right. The next thing for me to do is to measure 15 inches from my shoulder measurements. I want to find where I will place my rope inside. So 15 inches by 4. I measure 15 inches from the shoulder measurement and 4 inches from the center part. Can you see how I do it? That is the rope I want to use. 25 inches by 4 inches. So I will fold it into two and sew it straight. So I will sew it down. I will fold it into two and sew it down. That is the two. So we are back to the bridal satin we want to use. So I want to form a pattern on that. I want to use ankara fabric to form a pattern on that bridal satin. So I want to find the center front. You can see the chalk is not really deep. I just use my chalk to form a straight line, but the chalk is not really deep. The next thing for me to do is to measure 2 inches from the center part up. And then I will measure 3 inches from the center from that 2 inches. Can you see what I'm doing right now? From my shoulder measurement, I measure 9 inches to form that V shape. I measure 4 inches. That is how I get my V shape. The second one, I measure 4 inches. I measure 4 inches for the second one. So the next thing for me to do is to use my ankara fabric to tape it The ankara is just more like 1.5 inches. So I will sew it on it to form V shape. Can you see it? I'm sewing it right now. So this is how I sew it. Can you see? Can you see it? I want to form the V shape. I use that ankara fabric to form V shape. That is how I sew it. I will do the same thing for the second one. Then the next thing for me to do is to place my bias on it at the side part. I place my bias at the right side to fold the side inside. For me to be very easier to fold the side inside. So I just sew bias down to form the shape. So I will sew the neck. I'm joining it together. So I will sew the neck. So I will sew the neck. After sewing the neck, the next thing for me to do is to go ahead and notch it. Can you see how I'm notching it? In this aspect, be very careful so you will not go and cut the thread you sew. Then I will turn it to the right side and use my pin to pin it down. I will use my pin to pin it down, so it will not be movable when I want to sew the braided satin on top of the fabric. If you have light in this aspect, I suppose you use iron and press it, but there is no light, so I have to use my pin. So if you have light, you can use iron, but if you did not have light, you can use your pin to pin it down, so it will not be movable. So the next thing for me to do is to sew the back facing. After sewing the back facing, I will turn the shoulder together. I will use the back fabric to turn the front fabric together. So I will turn it together. Can you see how I'm doing it? So I will sew it straight to the sleeve. For the second one, I will do the same thing. Can you see it? So the next thing for me to do is to sew the rope, the belt inside. Where I chalk it, so I will place it and sew it after joining the shoulder together. So this is how it looked like after sewing it. This is how it looked like. So that is the front. I fold the sleeve by ½ inches. I folded the sleeve ½ inches in. So the next thing for me to do is to go and sew the side. Oh, sorry. The next thing for me to do is to place my fringes on top of it. Can you see it? I will place my fringes. So the next thing for me to do is to measure my round sleeve measurement, which is 9 inches. So the side measurement is 1 inch. So I will sew it down. Then I will fold my down part by 2 inches. So this is the outcome of this tie. I'm so sorry I cannot shoot the down part because NEPA have took light. If you have watched those to this level and you find this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so if I upload my next video, you'll be the first person to see it. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Bye.